Hundreds of bodies believed to be buried on the grounds of an Oregon school, with more likely left to be discovered. Tonight, KOIN 6 is taking a closer look at federal Indian boarding schools as the government releases part of one of its investigations into the program. Arjoelle Jones has been digging deeper into that report. She spoke with local tribal leadership about the hard truths uncovered.
I'm here outside of Chemawa Indian School, one of the 9 Indian boarding schools outlined here in Oregon from that report, and the only one still running today. After speaking with local tribal leadership and researchers, I'm told this school has a complicated history.
For more than a century, tens of thousands of Indigenous children were taken from their communities and forced into boarding schools run by the U.S. government.
Last summer, U.S. Secretary of the Interior Deb Haaland launched the nation's first investigation into federally run Indian boarding schools. In May, the department released Volume 1 of that report, which found the nation backed 408 Indian boarding schools, 9 of which were here in Oregon. Following the release of that report, Haaland announced the department would launch a year-long Road to Healing tour with resources for local Native communities and a thorough investigation into marked and unmarked burial sites.
To address the intergenerational impact of federal Indian boarding schools and to promote spiritual and emotional healing in our communities, we must shed light on the unspoken traumas of the past.
According to the 100-page report, quote, the department's investigation has already identified marked or unmarked burial sites at approximately 53 different schools across the federal Indian boarding school system. As the investigation continues, the department expects the number of identified burial sites to increase, end quote. Researcher and MSU doctoral student Marcia Small believes one of those sites is here in Oregon.
A lot of people don't know about these tragedies, these atrocities. I asked them, what if it was your children? And so that's how I approach every cemetery. Is what if I had a child in that cemetery?
Small has devoted years to her research using ground-penetrating radar to survey burial sites across the U.S. to help find the unidentified remains of Indigenous people. One of the sites where Small claims to have found remains is Chemawa Indian School in Salem.
I used to be able to go in there and come out pretty okay, but it's getting more hard to do that.
As the only federal Indian boarding school still running in the state, Chemawa Indian School operates very differently today than it did in the past. And yet, Small says the evidence of the school's brutal history can be found hidden here at the Chemawa Cemetery, where she says there are marked and unmarked graves. She tells us her early surveys have revealed over 200 remains here, but she didn't want to go on record with the exact number, as she says her research is still ongoing and she expects that number will grow.
And, you know, these are historic. These are over 100-year-old remains. So we're going to find more. More than likely, they're going to be more reflections than there are markers.
The long-lasting cultural effects of Indian boarding schools continue to impact tribal communities near and far. Chairwoman Cheryl Kennedy with the Confederated Tribes of Grand Ronde says it's a deep wound that her people are still healing from.
The thinking, I believe, around all of that was to mainstream the children and to divorce them from their culture, their identity, and they therefore become no longer will they be a threat to the government.
Both Kennedy and Small say they are glad the government is looking into this, but say the effort will be meaningless until America begins to reconcile with the hard truths of its history.
But the true reconciliation, I believe, is the healing part of it. And that's the only way I can see it going forward.
Without healing the native, without healing the original inhabitants of these lands, that America itself will not heal.
I reached out to Chemawa Indian School and the Board of Indian Education about the claims of the remains found here on these grounds, but neither agreed to comment. Small says she intends to come back and survey these grounds and others as she searches for more of those lost loved ones. Reporting in Salem, I'm Joelle Jones, KOIN 6 News.